Hey guys, welcome. I think we're hopefully at our final part here. And here for the solar eclipse. Thank you for being here. Sorry about the fact that this isn't the best quality and we look like we're dubbed from a foreign movie. It's a miracle we're here. We're lucky to be able to share this message on the computer. Before we get into the last part and we get an official activation from the moon, I just want to share scribed messages for the time we're in right here. And we just talk about what's happening. So this is about the people, places, and things that used to give us pleasure now give us pain. Through suffering, pain, and anger, we have used these things to create pleasure for us because we want to feel happy. But we have brought them out of balance through addiction, overconsumption. And we are now out of balance and our being is needing homeostasis. So Libra is here to restore balance because we have to beat our lower vibrational habits. And God is showing us what this is. God is showing us, okay? We must separate ourselves from the patterns and habits and create new healing ones. And this has to do with even understanding, now that we've created these patterns of addiction, we can have all the best intentions, but we still are creating the same way every day we're addicted. And we can have all the intentions in the world. This is hard because we want to still keep creating in the same way because our being has got addicted to the feelings. So let's just get an activation of what that is. And in our last part, we discussed about the 11 of Swords is getting us back to God, is the activation of God. And it was a sacred lust experience, okay? From the cup of lust to the cup of blood. We know two cups are becoming one, the alchemy of the sun and the moon, and how we got here. We talk about this in part 1 and 2 especially. We talk about those two cups. So let's get an activation for this and we'll share what's happening. So we're going to spin the wheel. We're about to spin the wheel. And this has to do with the work we're doing, balancing polarities, compassion, and determination, and the time that we're in. Because Libra is here to help us to balance our karmic scales and be accountable for what we've done. And as we got into heavy in our last part, we're expanding our consciousness from victim mentality to optimism. We're finding the positive within the negative charge. That's our connection to being whole and the hangman. And we're becoming deserving because we're separating ourselves from what's no longer good for us. And we're using the patterns of separation that the devil showed us to turn it on the devil and separate ourselves from the devil and go back home to the one, to the God, to the everything, to the all, and expand. And that's happening here with Scorpio. There's our transformation right there. There's the new us. And we talked about Cosmos is mirroring you. We've connected to the nothingness. We've connected to creation. Oh, and there it is. The two cups becoming one. The alchemy of the sun and the moon becoming one. And that's our connection to the 3 of cups. Or 2 cups have become one. But this is through us. And that's our happiness. Our happiness is being found in the 4 of Swords right now. And that's our connection to this activation with the 11 of Swords. And we spin the wheel. This is what I've been shown. We're coming together to spin the wheel. It's about our happiness. And we're going to make love. Bouquet is here. This is our connection to the 4 of Wands and completion. And that's because old Earth and what's crumbling activated our light codes. There's our light codes, and old Earth and everything that is crumbling activated us. That's once again to becoming whole. The energy of the opposites coming together to restore wholeness, to see we stop separating ourselves from the negative in order to see it's all part of the whole. And it was the activation of us, and we can heal with the negative here. We can heal from falling down the rabbit hole. We can heal from all these lower vibrational things that we've experienced that have happened. And this is about our principles. Remember, expanding through the earth, we're creating the new world. This is our morality connected to going the right way right now. We need to go up. We're walking hell. We're going to create heaven on earth. We're going to raise our vibration. Or we're doing this with our instincts. And Artemis is here. Our connection to Aries and the child, expanding with the child. We need our instincts. We need the child right now. Remember, we had a completion. But we're, of course, what? We're having a challenge. And that's what's happening with the 11 of Swords. We're set forth within a challenge. And press the pieces here. We have to take a fall in order to do so. But this is where 2 cups become 1 here with picture. And this is using Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. And this has to do with our adaptability with the elements of air. Remember the 11 of Swords. Sword here. The serpents, look, the serpent's tongues are wrapped around her. Well, she has a heart chakra, 3rd eye, crown chakra activation. And there's 2 swords there. That says much. And we have an unexpected visitor of love. And we achieve something through the earth. But in order to achieve it, we have to know gluttony. We have to know overconsumption. We have to know everything we've talked about here was all part of it. We have to know lust. We have to know lust in order to get here. We have to forgive ourselves. We have to forgive others. We have to forgive. And we heal from what's going on, the lower vibrational. Look, there's the solar eclipse right here. We're healing from concession. What's lower vibrational? Going on lower vibrational in the element of air. And we get a promotion. And this promotion has to do with our connection to the divine matrix, not the artificial matrix, not the hack, the divine matrix. And we're in manifestation mode here. And we're seeing beyond. We're seeing beyond. And we go beyond what's ordinary because we woke the lion. And remember, this is connected to lust. This is how, look, this is how we woke the lion. This is how. Look at that lion. That lion is woke as fuck. We had to wake it up. That's how. Now we're going to expand. So we're going to let it go. Remember, everything we talked about, letting it go. And this restores confidence within our magic. Look at that sword. There it is. So we take a deep breath and we quiet the mind and we go within, and this has to do with meditation. Remember, we're talking about meditation, this whole, all the parts of this reading. This is all happening within. We have to use our inner voice and our inner child. And we're going to use our fear to create clarity. And we're going to use our fear to create our 9 of Cups, to create wish fulfillment by the creation of peace in the 2 of Swords. And look, that's all happening within. And look, we spin the wheel. And the wheel is connected to the 6 of Cups. And we know we're meeting up in the 6 of Cups. And that's because of what's activated with the Page of Swords. And look, our child is here. The child is here. And the Chariot. And this forward movement. So now we're going to see what's activating here with the Moon. Get all these cards back into here. So that's to do with Fortuna, the daughter of Jupiter. Oh, wow. That flew out, guys, right on it. I want to say this flew out right on this. And remember, this is about the restoration of confidence within our magic. Look at that. There it is. So we heal from disillusion and isolation through concession. And our gifts are activated here. Remember, this is about our talents, our happiness, the confidence within our magic, a deeper level of us. Our authenticity. So Hecate is here, the black goddess of Capricorn. Past, present, and future all coming together. And look at that. All phases of the moon. And there's, look, more solar eclipse energy. She's coming together to help us to create our 10 of Pentacles, because we know we got the activation of our 10 of Pentacles last time we met up. This is about our health, being our wealth, and our financial health, and how we're meeting up. Part of our fortune increase right here. The other half being our 10 of Cups. So we're understanding something here. What we're understanding is concession. let's see. Hang tight, guys. Let's see what's being concession. We gotta get to air. Okay, concession. Okay. The sun now lights only a thin crescent on the left of the moon, and as it nears the end of its monthly cycle. During this period, the concentration of your mental abilities produces the seeds for the future. It's a time for making concessions and adjusting ideas to new circumstances. Moon in Libra. No matter how pleasurable you find the company of others, sometimes you need solitude in order to get your head together. This is that time. We have to honor what's going on within us. Hecate has the power to look in 3 directions at the same time. When this card is drawn, it suggests that something is locking you into the past, making it difficult to enjoy the present fully and prepare positively to move to the future. The past must be reviewed, relived, and then put away for good with a symbolic washing away of its influences. Whatever is discovered as a result will remain hidden to everyone except yourself. Hecate tells you, whatever is discovered as a result will remain hidden to everyone except yourself. Guys, that's big. Hecate tells you that you cannot change the past. Rather, you must live in and do what you can in the present. The future will then look after itself. At death and rebirth, Black Goddess, Hecate demands that you put your priorities in order. And there's our connection to the Aeon, the peacock, the phoenix rising from the ashes. Why we're here, like, guys, I've been channeling peacock for the last 3 days. The systematic nature of Earth in authoritarian sign of Capricorn seeks to establish order where there is confusion. If the goddess Hecate is selected, then January will be an important month with regard to the question. It has to do with something in January. And guys, this just ties in everything. And now remember, we're getting an activation here, a bonus activation for what's happening when we create the 9 of Cups, our happiness from our sadness. We have to let go of the past. Remember, the past is just nutrients for the soil to get us to where we're going. Found this was on a walk. All right. Bonus activation. What is being activated here? Oh, and this has to do with what's happening on the path of the moon. Okay, the moon is helping us to remember, have our inner transformation. And that's where, this is where the phoenix is born. The phoenix is born from within to without, and the phoenix rises, and the priestess and the phoenix are working together. Well, the priestess and the sun are working together to allow the phoenix to rise. And she who remains, powerful devotion and true worth. And guys, we're going to be all that remains. This is the phoenix right here. And this has to do with what's happening with this new vision that's quickening, that the masculine has seen within the cup. Connection to creating the 10 of Cups. I mean, the 10 of Cups through the 9 of Cups and the 8. And we know we're meeting up in the 6. And the 2. Through the 3. Okay. Holy gods, this flew out on this one. I had one pile left that we didn't share, and this flew out right on top of. Oh wow, 2 cards. 2 cards flung out right on top of it. So let's share the rest of this message. So this has to do with past lives, stress, beyond illusion, thunderbolt. Doesn't that say everything? That's the tower right there. The outsider, and look at that inner child. Look at the child. That says everything. Adventure. Experiencing, because remember, this is a spiritual quest. We came here to experience. Come here to learn through a book. No, it doesn't mean we're not learning. We're experiencing it. We're actually having it happen to us. So we're being guided in order to heal from conditioning. And look at that lion again. You know that lion, we woke the lion. How do we wake the lion? So the 2 cards that flew out on top of it is control. Look, we have to give up control, and there is that There it is. Remember, we just talked about this in our previous part. We have to give up control. And that's what we're doing in the Hanged Man. We're giving up control. And as we do so, we heal from schizophrenia. We heal from what's separate. So how are we giving up control? What's on the bottom of the deck? Abundance. Oh, there it is. Balance. It's balance. And like that's right on top of the Chariot here. It's balance. Guys, we have to give up control and restore balance through understanding. And what are we understanding? We're understanding our sorrow, politics, clinging to the past. And here's our awareness and our whole new self that's trying to break through from within to without. Here's another message here. Where do I feel? You know what, guys? We're gonna get some tarot now. Where? You know what? Where am I going? Remember, this has to do with the Knight of Cups and the Peacock. The Phoenix rising from the ashes, being birthed from within to without. And the Priestess working with the Sun, because we're having a recalibration with the energy, the masculine, the Sun. And remember, we're not looking for what's certain. Because we're feeling uncertain. We're looking for what's real. And look, speaking of the masculine, there it is. We're gonna expand with Aries. Remember, we're going to heal from tyranny, and restore structure. We're not going to feel dull anymore. We're going to feel determined because we're healing from conflict of the mind. Confirmation right there. And there's the Mother and the Father right there. We've restored balance with the Sun and the Moon. And we shift. And we begin formation. We're balanced here. Here's the Moon and the Sun. We're in formation. But remember, we have to use the Nine of Swords in order to create what? Happiness from our sadness. And we manifest as we do our due diligence in the Eight of Earth in order to do inner child healing and co-create anew. So we're going to walk the path of the Moon. There's double helix activation here as we make the right patterns, the patterns of us, the negative tetrahedrons and the positive tetrahedrons. And the scarab beetle spirit is here to help us to use our toxicity, our shit, to get to where we're going. So we restore balance. We know that's what's happening here. And we go from being hedonistic to enthusiastic with those 13 spheres of knowledge right there. There they are. And we heal from separation. Because what we picked the right cup. So this, and there's a pile that flew out on the Eight of Cups and the Ace of Cups, which is the Nine of Cups. And we just saw it. That's how we're creating our happiness from sadness. So yeah, we have a Tower moment. We have a revelation as we heal from ignorance. This is that cosmic mirror coming in to talk to us. With the Ace of Wands, we are inspired. And what are we inspired? We're inspired to transform. We're inspired to have this transformation and create our new selves. We're inspired to separate ourselves from the devil and go home closer to God. So what do? We pick courage and we activate now the King. And we go from being reckless with life to being audacious with life. And this is really it. We need to find the courage to act on our healing. And we need to go from being reckless with life to audacious. All right, guys. Love, light, and healing energy sent your way to create with today. Thank you for joining in today. I know if you stayed through all these readings and watched my mouth not quite meet up to my words, that you're a true warrior. And thank you for being here. I love you. You know I'm sending it to you. Iman. Until we meet again. I love you.